Methought it was very sweet. The contract o'er the time for my behalf. Oh, methought there was nothing meet.
Hath this fellow no feeling of his business, that he sings at grave making?
Custom hath made it in him a property of easiness.
Ah, 'tis e'en so. The hand of little employment hath the daintier sense.
Oh, age in his stealing stands has clawed me in his clutch and shipped me into the land as if I had never been such.
That skull had a tongue in it and could sing once. This might be the pace of politicians with this ass now o'erreaches. How he jowls to the ground as it were Cain's jawbone. This might have been one that would o'erreach God, might it not?
It might, my lord.
And so, or a courtier, which might have said, "Oh, good morrow, my good lord. How dost thou, sweet lord?" Oh, this might be my lord, such a one. Who prays my lord, such a one's horse? When he meant to beg it, might it not?
Aye, my lord.
And now, my lady worms, chapless and knocked about the mazard with a sexton's spade. There's fine revolution, and we add the trick to see it. But these bones cost no more the breeding than to play longest with them. Mine ache to think on't.
A pickaxe and a spade, for and a shrouding sheet. Oh, a pit of clay for to be made, for such a guest is me.
Oh, there's another! Why may this not be the skull of a lawyer? Where be his quiddities now, his quiettes, his cases, his tenures, and his tricks? Will he allow this rude knave now to knock him about the sconce with a dirty shovel, and will not tell him of his action of battery? This in his time might have been a great buyer of land, with his statutes, his recognizances, his fines, his double vouchers, and his recoveries. Is this not the fine of his fine, and the recovery of his recoveries, to have his fine pate full of fine dirts? The very conveyances of his lands will not fit in this box, and must this inheritor have no more himself, huh?
Not a jot more, my lord.
Tell me, is that parchment made of sheepskins?
Aye, and of lambskins too.
They are but sheep and lambs that put their assurance in that. I will speak to this fellow. Whose grave is this, Sirrah?
Mine, sir. Oh, for a pit of clay to be made, for such a guest is meet. Hey.
No, thou liest to be in it and say it is thine.
You lie out on it, sir, and therefore it is not yours. For my part, I do not lie in't, and yet it is mine.
No, thou liest indeed. 'Tis for the quick, not for the dead. Therefore thou liest.
'Twas a quick lie, till away again from me to you.
What man dost thou dig it for?
For no man, sir.
What woman, then?
For none neither.
Who is to be buried in it?
For one who was a woman, sir, but rest her soul, she's dead.
How absolute the knave is! By my troth, Horatio, we must speak by the card, or equivocation will undo us. By my faith, I have taken a note of it these 3 years. The age has grown so picked that the toe of the peasant grows so near the heel of the courtier, he gaffs his kide. How long hast thou been a grave maker?
Of all the days in the year, was that very day our last King Hamlet overcame Fortinbras.
How long is that since?
Cannot you tell that? Every fool can tell that. It was the very day young Hamlet was born. He that is mad, and sent into England.
Oh, Mary, why was he sent into England?
Well, because he was mad, sir. He shall recover his wits there, or if he do not, 'tis no great matter there.
Why?
Why? 'Twill not be seen in him there. There, the men are as mad as he.
How came he mad?
Very strangely, they say.
How strangely.
Why, Ian is losing his wits, sir.
Upon what ground?
Why, here in Denmark?
How long will a man lie in the grave ere he rots?
Oh. But, faith, if he be not rotten afore he die, it may last him, some 8 years. If we have many a pocky corpses nowadays, they can scarce hold the laying in. A tanner will last you 9 years.
Why he more than another?
Why, because his hide is so tanned with his trade that it keeps out water a great while. Your water is a sore decayer of your horse and dead body. Here's a skull now, sir. Hath lain in the earth 23 years.
Whose was it?
A horse and mad fellows it was. Whose do you think it was?
Nay, I know not.
This same skull, sir. This skull was Yorick's skull. The king's jester.
This.
In that.
Let me see. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. A fellow of infinite jest, a most excellent fancy. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times, and now, in my imagination, how abhorred it is.
Are you all here for the big magic show?
Here hung his lips, which I have kissed I know not how oft. What be your gyves now, your gambols and your tricks, your flashes of merriment, that were wont to set the table on a roar? Not one now to mock your own grinning. Quite chapfallen. Get you to my lady and tell her, paint an inch thick. To this favor she must come, huh? Make her laugh at that. Tell me one thing, Horatio.
What's that, my lord?
Dost thou think Alexander looked in this fashion in the earth?
Being so.
And smelt so?
Eat so, my lord.
Oh, to what base uses we may return, Horatio. May not imagination trace the noble dust of Alexander, but find him stopping a bunghole?
'Twere too curious to consider so.
No, not a jot. My faith, but to follow him thither with modesty enough and likelihood to lead it, as thus, Alexander died. Alexander was buried. Alexander returneth to dust, and dust is earth, and of earth we make loam, and why of that loam, whereto he was converted? May they not stop a beer barrel? Imperious Caesar, dead and gone to clay, might stop a hole to keep the wind away. Oh, that earth, which held the world in awe, might patch a wall to expel the winter flaw. So here comes the king, or the queen, the courtiers. Who as they follow, and with such maimed rites, this doth betoken the course they followed did with desperate hand fordo its own life. Count we a while, and mark.
Magic show is going to start here in a few minutes.
Show's over. All right, you can go if you want to. If you like. If you want a stamping, that is also available. Oh, good. Oh, this way for a stamping.